Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Generator Founder Series Spotlight. My name is Troy Vossler, and I'm the co-founder of Generator. Today, I'm joined by DeAngelo Smith, founder and CEO of Driven. Welcome, DeAngelo. Why don't we
Thanks for
start
having me.
by, my first question that I always want to start with is please introduce yourself and tell us about your company. What is Driven?
I think you did a great job. My name is DeAngelo Smith, and Driven is a buy now, pay later platform for civic payments. And so we're building the buy now, pay later rails in the public sector space.
I love it. And what's the current status of your company? So think of that as like traction or like customers, revenue, fundraising, however you want to define that or whatever you're comfortable sharing. What's the current status and stage of the company?
Yeah, so we're currently live piloting with the city of St. Mary's, Georgia, which I believe is the first city to offer paying for traffic fines and fees. And so we're excited about that. We also are excited about the 38% adoption rate that we've been seeing in payments, where more users are clicking paying for as an option to pay their fines and fees. And so, yeah, that's been a really exciting thing to see.
And so part of the value prop is you make it easier for the individual to pay those uh, amount payments, fees, etc. But then for the, in this case, the municipality, they're collecting a greater amount. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, so what we learn is like, in the city of New York and cities like Atlanta and other major cities, there's millions of dollars in unpaid fines from traffic tickets to across utilities and taxes and others. And so what we do is we power revenue and receivables by allowing them to get that little bump up to say, hey, more folks are actually complying and handling their civic duties.
Got it. And then where are you located or where's the company located?
Yeah, so I am originally from Detroit and we relocated to Atlanta, Georgia. Uh, Obviously, where our first pilot is around. And so really excited about the Atlanta ecosystem.
Nice. And when you think about Atlanta or more broadly Georgia, why Atlanta? Like, is it, tell us about the ecosystem. Is it investors, mentors? You mentioned like your first customer being there. Or, what makes the ecosystem really hum from your perspective?
That's a good question. When I think about it, um, you know, I think this thing is threefold. So, for one, the investor landscape is really, really great there in terms of fintech. Uh, Secondly, our customers, there's a real need for what we're providing for courts in Georgia and for residents alike. And so we've seen that and we validated that through the adoption of our platform, in the Georgia area. And so traffic fines and fees and it is a huge issue in Georgia where residents typically can't afford to make that payment at the point of ticketed. It's less likely that they're poor. It's just that they just can't handle an unexpected cost. And so that's where Driven steps in and provide that access to credit that allows these individuals to handle their civic duties.
I like it. Well, I'm a big Atlanta fan. I'm actually going to be down visiting next week, I think, for one of our showcases. So maybe we can connect down in Atlanta. Um, I
Yeah.
know I know Claudius from our team nominated you to for this interview. But which generator program did you go through and when was that?
Yeah, so I went through the gBETA program with Claudius in Funny and this was in 2024.
Nice.
It was just the fall of 24 where they had a program, and it was amazing. So it was a great time hanging out with those guys.
And just elaborate on that. Tell us more about your generator experience and perhaps how did the accelerator help you the most?
Yeah, one of the things, you know, one of the things that I talk about a lot is genuine connections and relationships, especially in this space, is really important. And I believe that Generator is the best at really being hands-on with founders. The community is I think the community is was the best thing, right? From the Slack channels to the folks that work there, they're really responsive when you need help, and so yeah, I think my experience with Generator has been awesome. Like I believe out of every, I've done other accelerators before, and out of all of them, I believe this was the one that was really hands-on on, rolling up their sleeves and saying, "Hey, we can check out KPIs and, we can go through OKRs and set goals and help you complete those milestones." From things like this where Claudius is reaching out and helping with fundraising and other things. So the generator team is extremely hands-on, and that's really what I like the most.
I appreciate hearing that, and definitely want to pass along the compliments to both Infinisto and Claudius. And I agree with you. Like so much of it is kind of the more community and like the other camaraderie that you get from the others in your cohort. And it's interesting because I don't think we do a good enough job like marketing that, not just generator, but any accelerator. It's really about that community and the camaraderie that you build with each other, almost more so than like whatever you want to say about the curriculum or more of the tactician aspects of it.
Definitely, like the workshops are great, and the mentorship is great. But what really makes the difference is those calls, the personal cell phone numbers where you can go, "Hey, there's something going on here, and there's a fire. Can you help me put it out?" And
Yeah.
so when you have these firefighters that are ready to help you put out a few fires, it does feel great.
So, having been through the gBETA program, you mentioned having done other accelerator programs. What advice do you have for entrepreneurs or founders that are considering an accelerator program?
You know what? Honestly, I think I would just tell myself, go in there and have fun. Go in there and have fun. Enjoy what you do. Learn from others. And I know it sounds really cliche, but it's honestly the truth. Like, you got to have fun with this thing. And if you don't, and you look at it just like, it's just so rigid, I think that if you don't have the fun in it, it's hard to really execute. I don't know if that makes sense,
I
but
think it does. I think it's easy as an entrepreneur to get caught up in kind of the grind of it. And I think reframing it to focus on the fun. I mean, at the end of the day, you started down this path because you saw an opportunity, something that motivated you, something that you were passionate about. And I think it's important to have
yeah.
fun. So I think that's a great answer.
Definitely, because you can definitely get lost in the weeds of everything, right? When you originally start a company, it's because you're excited to solve a problem and you're so cheerful and excited about it. And I think along the way, what happens is those things can kind of get, sucked out of you. It's almost like, when you first have a child, you're super excited, like, oh, it's the baby, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, it's changing diapers and it's all that.
Yeah.
But you got to keep the excitement alive and just move light. That's the biggest thing. Move light and conceptualize different frameworks of thinking that really works for you. Don't take too much to heart or anything like that, but just move light. That's what I would say.
I like it. So I know it's been a little bit of time since you went through the program in 2024, but if you can think back, what was your either your favorite part of the program or perhaps the favorite connection that you made, either during the program or all the way up until today, the present?
Yeah. My favorite part of the program were definitely um, the investor swarms. It allowed me to develop the thick skin that I needed once you go out there and you're out there fundraising. And being able to take back a lot of the advice and feedback from folks who have done it before you is priceless. And that's why I go back to my statement of moving light, being able to take, feedback without it necessarily leaving any too much scar tissue.
I like it. I love the investor swarms, and I just think back to like when me and Joe used to run all the day-to-day of the programs, and like that was my favorite part, just the rapid fire, back to back, maybe a couple pitches
Yeah.
even in a single day, and using getting that feedback in real time and refining your pitch or adjusting your slides and then doing the follow-up and the whole nine yards.
Definitely love the investor source. That's something that was really unique to me because, like I said again, other accelerators, I don't, I can't recall any other accelerator actually providing anything like that. They may do a demo day or something like that, but I think that providing sort of like that practice right before a demo day or,
Yeah,
talking to investors or getting out in that field is really critical and it's really helpful. So by far, I would definitely say the investor swarms.
nice. All right, my last question, D'Angelo. I ask this to every guest. If you had one ask for this audience, people watching either on LinkedIn or YouTube, maybe that's an introduction, a mentor, an investor, a customer, advice, a question that you have, what would be the ask that you have for this audience?
Yeah, I guess, my ask to the audience would be, we are live operating in St. Mary's, Georgia, and so we are looking to expand our footprint in the Georgia area. And so any connections to local government, court staff, mayors, folks in those positions in the public sector, reach out to me. Would love to have a conversation and share how Driven could be helpful for your respective city. And so, yeah,
I love it. Well, if you know of any municipalities in Georgia and you can connect them to D'Angelo, please do. I'm going to include link to your website and your LinkedIn in the bio or in the comment section description below. Make sure to check that out. D'Angelo, it's been a pleasure. Great meeting you here, great connecting, and congratulations on your success.
likewise. Thank you so much, Troy. Appreciate it.